How we doing today? This is Mike with Uncle Mike's Locksmith, and I'm gonna give a quick intro to pinning a lock. So I had a customer call up. She had purchased a new home, and she was wanting all new locks on the house. And I always give two options to customers when it comes to this. I can rekey the existing locks. Or I can go ahead and replace them. And she said she had never heard the term repinning, and this is what I'm going to go over here. I'm going to try to explain it because it was kind of difficult without being able to actually show somebody what I was talking about. So basically, what it is this is the key to the home that's existing. This is the one that the old customers gave the new homeowner, and it operates the lock. Okay. Well, what you're going to do is, what that means is that all these pins line up um, and allow you to be able to turn the key in the lock. So basically what you're going to do is remove those 5 pins. All right. And you're going to replace them. So this is the old key. See the bitting on there. And here's the new key. See the difference in the bittings. So you can clearly tell that they're different. The bittings are the different heights of the cuts, different depths. So basically we're going to take this new key now, and we're going to dump all those pins out, the old ones, and we're going to put new pins in for that new key. Oop. Hard to do through the camera. You'll have to excuse me. I am not like a documentary specialist. I don't work for any of those TV corporations or anything like that. I'm just a locksmith, so my camera skills are I'm sure my kids could do a hell of a lot better. Anyway, so now that you got all the new pins replaced, you see that's completely flat. Okay. If you were to take the old key, it's hard to do through the camera. Alright. You'll see some of these pins are sticking up. Some of those pins are way below. So what happens is you got these different parts to the lock. You got the bottom pins and the top pins and the upper spring. So these springs, they push down on that top pin. And if I can grab a hold of one of these here, you know, the top pin sits on there, and when they're aligned, it allows you to turn the cylinder like so. All right. And basically when it's in there, it's allowed to turn. If the pins are sticking up, you know, they would be up here in this upper chamber called the Bible, and you wouldn't be able to turn the key. So anyway, that's the rundown on rekeying. The old keys will not work anymore, and it also gives you an opportunity to inspect the existing parts. So you'll notice here that some of these springs have a permanent compression to them. So like this one, you can tell it's much smaller than this one is. Try to line it up. So this would be a good opportunity to replace some of these springs. You could tell number 1 and number 5 are the worst. They're holding like a permanent compression to them. So those are getting bad. I would just go ahead and replace all 5 springs. Yeah, anyway. And then another question I typically get is about lubricating a lock. And I try to tell people to use a dry lube. They have lock lubes, lubricants. Specifically, what they do is they go in wet and they're carried with alcohol or something, and it helps it dry quick. But if you look between the pin and the chambers, there's not a whole lot of room in there. What happens, like a lot of people use WD-40, they work great for about a week, and then it'll start to feel gummy or almost like a paste. What it's doing, a lot of people keep these keys in their pocket or their purse or something, and the lint and dirt and everything get in it, and it pushes it into the lock, and it fills in these spaces, and it starts to turn almost into a paste. dust and dirt and everything, you know, they build up in there. So that's why it'll start to feel a little gummy. Like I said, you could see the distance between the pin and the chamber walls. There's not a whole lot of room in there, so it doesn't take much to start binding those up. Uh, so anyway, so that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. And like I said, that's just my rundown on rekeying, kind of an educational thing now. So, all right, well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and have a good day.